Howdy folks, welcome to Lake Country Bait Shop. We're making the Virginia Shad. I know the title gave it away. And we're going to start with new plastic today. I don't do that all the time because a lot of times I have a bunch of leftover. And this time I don't have a bunch of leftover Virginia Shad. Been using it up in the fatheads and tracers and subs here lately. So hey, we're going to start with new plastic. Let me get this cooked up. I got to cook it to break 350. Alright, when we break 350, I'll probably put it in the vacuum chamber, clean it up, come back, and I'll show you how I mix it. Alright guys, we're going to mix this plastic. I'll tell you, the black and the blue, when you open them, sometimes they want to squirt up. And if you get it on you, it's terrible to get off of you. It takes a cleaner. This is 409. I keep it here. I clean everything with it. I clean the cups with it and everything, the table. And my hands. Alright, this is just black. We're going to do 2 drops. Alright. This is when you got to watch. Black is very potent. It doesn't take much black, guys, to mess up stuff. Alright, now. I use blue highlight to give it that blue shimmer on the Virginia Shad. This is a Virginia Shad color right here. I got, see that little outside blue? Yeah, you're like, Dennis, you put black in it. How in the world did you get that blue color to it? Well, this is a pinch, and I used to do my old. I didn't get enough of time. There you go. My old recipe was using this as a measuring tool. Yep, and I was using 1/4 of that. So now that I've got these little, this is a pinch. Yeah, oh, excuse me, this is a smidgen. I got a smidgen, a pinch, and a dash. Yeah. So once I went to those, I've got to rechange it. So, all right, see that's gonna give it that blue shimmer on the outside. That's a blue highlight. All right, guys, it's cold. It's 45 degrees this morning. Yeah, some y'all guys up north are going, that's not cold, but we're averaging 60s during the day. Alright, and we're getting down in the 30s at night. It was 38 this morning, first thing. But for a shot making plastic, it's cold. That means it sets up really fast. Alright, now, here we go. This is the thing. This is 0.15. I use small flake. I do use 0.35, the biggest thing I ever use sometimes. Okay, that is a pinch of 0.15, and that's what I use most all the time. But the only thing I use in crappie baits. This is 0.08. Now, I'm just putting just about a half of one of those in because it's very, very small, guys. That is very small. Okay, this is 0.15 chartreuse. Alright, Virginia Shad has chartreuse in it. Alright, now, we'll get that stirred up. Now, you see it's getting cold on me. It's starting to stick up on the side of the cup right here. It was 360, guys, when I took it out. We've been playing with it too long. What do you think it is now? It's 287 now. Yeah, that's how much it's cooled off. I can't shoot in it. I need at least be about 325. It's a good place to shoot at if you're shooting single colors. And if you're shooting a bunch of molds, like the other day, I was shooting like 5 molds. I start by 335 because it's going to cool off once it goes in that injector, right? And the time you get the last mold, if you ain't careful, it doesn't set up enough, it won't come out. Alright, there you go. Let me warm this back up and get it back up to about 330, something like that. That's where we'll start at. And we're going to shoot the molds. The molds, I know somebody's going, Dennis, you don't have any molds. The molds are on the griddle. I got a griddle behind y'all. Right now, I got a bunch of molds on it. I just leave them on there all the time. So when I come in the shop, I just got the griddle on. But the griddle's on, they're warming up. The guns back are warming up. So let's get this warmed back up. I'll move everything over here. Bam, we're going to shoot it. Okay, guys, ready? I just checked it. It's about 340. That's fine. It's going to cool off when it goes into the gun some. And it's going to cool off and goes into these molds. The molds been on the griddle, but they're not super hot. if it cools too fast on you guys, you see how it's gelled up on here? If it cools too fast, it'll gel up in your gun. I've made that mistake sometimes and not have them hot enough and not have the plastic hot enough. You know, the mold's a little cool and this is a little cool, and I start shooting. I shoot one mold, I shoot the next one. I feel like it's filled up when I open it. The top two baits is the only thing I have. The bottom 2 or 3 baits are not full. The tails don't fill out. Y'all ready? All right. Gotta love that air vise, I'll tell you that. Bam. There you go. Virginia shad. Let's pull one off. Guys, this is the closest looking bait color to a minnow, doesn't it? That little bit of chartreuse gives that little bit of glitter. See the chartreuse in it? Doesn't that look like a minnow? Like a minnow comes in. Here comes the minnow. Woo! Hey guys, it's a great color. Even when the water's stained, they'll still hit it. I've heard different people that buy my bait say this is their favorite color. It works in all the bait shapes. I have it in a Virginia shad, fathead, sub. It's in a lot of bait shapes. It just works, okay? Now, guys, put your number down, 1 through 400. Look at that box. If it's black, you're not subscribed. YouTube will unsubscribe people. They do it. They purge, and sometimes they get the people that's even watching. Make sure you're subscribed and just resubscribe if they've done that to you. Okay? Leave your number. On Wednesday nights, I do a random number draw. I use a computer, hit a button, it gives us a number. Alright? 1 through 4, and I have no idea what it's going to give us. Okay? Who knows? Last week it gave us number 22. I think the week before that it gave us something like 325, so you have no idea. And then, whoever comes closest to that number without going over the number, that's all the criteria you have. If you go over the number, you're out. Okay? That saves an argument from somebody being on both sides of the number. I film myself. I load that on Thursday mornings, 6:45. I load that video. You can come on there and see who won. See if you won. And say, hey guys, congratulations, whoever won. And you can try again the next week. I do it every week. Load them on Sunday morning. Do the number draw on Wednesday evenings at 5 o'clock p.m. If you leave a number at 6 o'clock, if you leave a number at 7 o'clock, if you leave a number on Thursday, yes, people do, you're not going to win. All right? So, and these people probably don't know. They don't know. Maybe they just joined. Maybe they just started watching last week, 2 weeks ago, and they don't know. And that's fine. That's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you about how it works, okay? So appreciate y'all guys. Good luck to everybody. Leave your number, and let's do the draw Wednesday night. Come check it out Thursday. Wednesday and Fridays are fun videos. I try to load one every Wednesday. If I have an extra one, I throw it in on Friday. This week, I think I threw one in on Monday. All right? But I did load another one today. Today is Friday. When you win, I mail out on Fridays. I'm heading that way here in just a little bit to mail out to who won this week. Appreciate everybody. See y'all Wednesday night. I ain't got my net ready, guys. Just got out here. I actually started on the other side of this house. I think it's a crappie. I thought it was a crappie when I seen the mark. And there was 2 or 3 nice marks there on the other side of this house. And I threw at them a couple times and they wouldn't pay any attention to me. I decided it's a point here, guys. You can see it's a point. And there's a boat around there. He's spider rigging. So he came out there and got pretty close to me. So I figured maybe he was trying to tell me something. He was in the back of the cove when I pulled up there. I thought, well, I'm going to move. I wasn't that close to him, guys. I was probably here to back the cove from him. I stopped in the point. I just came straight forward. I thought, well, I'm not trying to steal his area. Let me move. I'm just looking around. I just started. First place I stopped. But y'all know if you watch my videos, you've seen this area before. I fish here all the time, don't I? Yep, I fish this area a lot. Because it's close to my home. There you go, guys. That's a nice crappie. Jeez, he's 14 inches. Good way to start. First crappie, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to take a picture of him real fast. Alright, guys. Just took a picture fast as I could. Bam. Well, guys, it's been a little while. Been probably 10-15 minutes. Not seeing that many fish. I've seen more other places. But the ones I'm seeing look like they're pretty decent fish. So I'm just sticking with it. Because, yeah, you know, I got plenty of time. That's a nice one. I thought of it. This fish was 45 feet out there. And y'all know me. That's the way I like them. I like them when they're way out there. I'm using, I don't know why I walked up there and done that, guys. I got my remote right here. I could have done that right here in my hand. I'll just habit. I don't use my remote. It's the only time of year I use my remote is when I'm fishing open water. He's got a black spot on his nose. Y'all can't see, can you? I got my coat on, guys, over top of my vest. I'm sorry, my camera. My coat got on top. I looked down, my coat was on the camera. There you go. I'm sorry. I might just cut that part out. If y'all think there was a part stupid there for a minute, my coat was covering the camera. All right. So I hope y'all got to see some. I think it happened when I bent over to pick the fish out of the net, I think. He says, that fish got eggs. That fish is about the same size, guys. That fish 13 3/4 in that area. I don't know how I caught that one. I don't know. These two fish, it was two fish coming at me fast. I mean fast. And I thought, let me hit my spot lock. I'm gonna use my remote this time. Yeah. They were coming at me fast, and I thought, I'm gonna throw at them. And I threw at them, and I got behind them, and they was only like 4 foot deep, and I reeled real fast, caught up with them, dropped it down, and this fish came running for it. I mean, he called fair catch, come running for it. Looked like a receiver after a pass, after a football that the quarterback done threw. He was trying to get underneath of it. That's a nice fish too, guys. I'm tickled. That's a nice fish too. Look at his tail. Looks like he done beat it, but it looks like he still has eggs. I thought males done. That fish is probably close to the same size. He's 13 and a half. But you know, it's fun to come out here and fish and take y'all with me. I enjoy that and enjoy sharing it with you. A lot of y'all make good comments. You say, Dennis, I learn something every time. I learn something every time I go fishing. Every time I go fishing, I learn something. And this open water fishing, I feel like I had to start all over this year, because you just do this in the early spring like this, before the spring comes, early spawn, pre-spawn. And every fish is different, and every day is a little different. They're spookier today, and the water's better, guys. How I judge the water clarity is when I put my boat in at the boat ramp, I walk out on the ramp, on the dock, and look down in the water to see, man, how deep I can see. I can see about 1.5 feet now down on the dock. So that gives you a better, I understand how clear the water is. It's better than you think it is. I know it looks nasty, but it's about 1.5 feet. And I like this. It can get to about 2 foot. I like it around 2 foot, you know. It'll get to 3.5 later on, but it's going to be a while. All right, guys. This one was 45 feet also the first time I cast. I came past him. He come a little closer to the boat. He came to about 40 foot and stopped. And I thought, let me try him again. And I threw again. Brought it past him. This time he chased it down and grabbed it. I seen him take off. When you see him take off that tail, kick that tail and take off, that's, you know he's going to slam it. If they just follow you slowly, no. Now, he's a smaller fish, but when they when you see him take off like a dog chasing mailman, you know he's going to slam it. That's what he done. I just kept reeling. All right. This is just your average size fish. I'm going to get the pliers. That little number 4 hook. I asked y'all the other day which hooks you like best. Only a couple of you commented what you like. Well, somebody said whatever you catch the fish on. That's a good one. That's a good idea. That's right. I've used both. I don't know. I just got so I really like the J-bend better. That fish is going to fool you guys. He's probably 11 and a half after having those big ones. I made him bleed. But I just like the J-bend. Like I said, now I might make, I know some of y'all use the nasty hooks, you want to call them, whatever you want, sickle hooks. I've used them. I don't mind them. I can use them. But I don't buy those. You know, I don't make a habit of buying them. But it must have been about 4 years ago, and it was my fault. I got hung up, pulled it in, it was bent open, I bent it back, threw back there a couple times, and I might have bent it once or twice, I don't remember. But anyway, finally, I hooked the fish, I came in, it was broke off. Right in that fancy, that little weird turn it makes, you know, in it. But it was my fault, like I said, I bent it. These J hooks, you can bend them. I actually bend it open, if you look. See how that point's going uphill like that? I bend them open just a touch. I don't leave them like that. I bend it so that point is going up. Guys, we used to plow potatoes. We used to raise our own potatoes back at home. I don't have a good place for a garden here. And one of the things you do, the plow points down, right? And it's a shovel plow, points down so to throw potatoes, and it pulls you down, so to dig, and throws potatoes out. Well, That's what I feel about that hook. I got that hook pointing up, so when it's in a crappie's mouth and you pull it, it'll dig in. See, if it's like this, it could slide, right? But if you got it up like that, it's going to dig in. I bend them open just a little bit. Those nasty hooks, or sickle hooks, whatever you want to call them, some call them nasty, some call them sickles. You look at those, some of those are bent down, actually. So you definitely need to open them up a touch. Most of them I've used, I've had to open up, but I check all of them. I don't care what brand it is, whose it is. I open it up just a little bit. I want that thing digging in. Bam. The open water fishing is going to end here, guys, about 2 weeks, but you got to enjoy it. Just running around looking for that mark in open water and then casting at it. If some of you have never done it, it's a lot of fun. I know most crappie fishermen since Live Scope come out now are going, I love that season. Around the corner behind me, I think I've already said this, there's 2 people back there that's spider rigging. So this time of year you can spider rig, just a lot of different techniques you can use. You can long line. That's a decent fish, guys. He's probably 11 3/4. Bam. Just a couple minutes later. Look how far back in the cove I am, guys. I'm almost at the back of it. Now, this is a nice one too. I got you. Decent one. I'm having ball, guys. I'll take them like this all day long. I tell you, this tracer is an excellent open water bait. It moves easy. He nailed it too. You think he wanted it? It moves easy in the water. It sinks faster. I said that Wednesday night because it's slim, narrow. So it don't have, it's not pushing as much water. That fish right there is right at 12 inches. He's about 11 3/4 also. Bam. I watch it with my depth finder. It sinks really, really fast this way. And when you stop it, like I say, it's kind of got a good shape to it. When you stop it, it'll hesitate a little bit, when you turn it and come back. So it travels good in the water is what I'm saying, I reckon. I got a 16th ounce weight on it. So I could go to a 1/32 back in here, but the reason I got a 1/16 is I'm casting a long ways. That fish was 40 feet. I'm trying to keep him. I don't want him any closer than 25 feet. I just threw at a big one before this one a couple times. He was coming at the boat. When he got to about 25 feet, he started going deeper. He just went under the boat. And once they do that, you can't catch him. He doesn't see in the boat. I mean, this big old 19 foot long, it's 18.9, I reckon, what the boat is. So let's say 18 foot. It would be safe. We'll say 18 foot. Once they see this big old blue boat, they can see it. My gosh. They can see your bait down that water. They can see this big old boat on the surface. Once they see that boat, that's it. That's it. And they're going to turn and go the other way. They're not real spooky, but you're not going to get so close to them. All right, guys, I don't think this one's very big. I haven't seen but one more big fish. I think it was a big fish. And I threw at him, I bet you, 10 times. He's decent. And he would not pay attention to it. Finally, he just went toward the bottom. He's like, hey, leave me alone. I'm going to the bottom. Yeah, that's what they do, guys. They just go to the bottom. So, bam. He's bigger than I thought he was. He's probably 11 and a half, 11 3/4. He's in that area. He's a decent fish. All right, and guys, I'm still using the same bait. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I've been putting hardener to make the plastic a little tougher in these smaller baits, in the minis and stuff. And I made some this morning. There you go. That's Virginia shad color. That's what the Porter Catch is about. And guys, I'm going to end it right there. I was making baits this morning. I was making the mealtime in the minis and the fatheads. I almost ran out of them. So I had a little hardener to the swim bait blend. Swim bait blend's tough anyway. It's a medium. But I had a little hardener to it. Because the bodies are so small in the minis and the fatheads. So that should help you get a little bit more distance out of them. Catch a few more fish out of them. But I've had no problem. I've caught quite a few fish on the same bait. And some of y'all are commenting back to me that you like my baits because you catch more fish on them than you do some other brands. Well, I'm using a little tougher plastic too. But the pliers is the hardest thing on them, is a pair of pliers. And it depends on how that fish gets a hold of it. Bass and some critters like that, when they grab them, they can tear them up. So they're not going to last forever, guys. It is what it is. They're a soft plastic. But if you can get 10, 12 fish out of it, that's a plus, right? Appreciate y'all, guys. Put your number down, 1 through 400. And we'll do a roll. I think last week, it gave us the number, I think it gave us the number 22. I'm thinking that's what it was. It was a low number anyway. And somebody had 12 or something like that and they won it. You do not know. When I hit that button, I have no idea what it's going to give us. None. I've played with that thing before and sat there and go like, and try to guess it. I go like, so it'll be 150 this time. This time's going to be, I've done that, guys. I'm never even close. If I get within 50 numbers from it, I'm lucky. That thing is just, you just don't know what it's going to give you. That's why it's called random, right? And on Wednesday night, I make a video. I start usually around 10 after 5, guys. I make the video. I've got to edit it. And I've got the encodes, which makes it a video. And then I got to send it to YouTube. All that takes time. All that takes about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. I like to have it done by 8 o'clock, 8:30. All right? On Wednesday night. And then I load it to YouTube, and I schedule it to load the next morning. Next morning, she'll load up 6:45 is when I load everything, okay? So there you go. You can come on and see who won. If I don't forget, sometimes I try to do it every Wednesday night. After I go through all this process, I comment to the winner and say, hey, you won this week. Send me your, email me your address. Now, if you've been buying from me, if you've been buying baits from me, and you've bought baits from me in the last, let's say, month to 6 weeks, I can find your address. If it's been months, I have to go back through a lot of orders, guys. The only way I can find it is go back through the orders. And that could take some time. So just email me your address, okay, if you haven't bought from me for a long time. And I'll send it out to you. I usually mail out on Fridays, okay? I go to the Mexican restaurant to eat lunch on Friday. Y'all that watch all the time know that. I eat up every Friday at lunchtime, almost every week. And I'll stop at the post office. It closes at 12. I'll go up about 11:30, mail your package. Hey, that go get me a Mexican dinner. Hey, guys, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for leaving a comment. I will comment back to you. If you've never been on Lake Country Baits, there's 18 body shapes on there. Yeah, that's right. And over 80 colors. You will find the color you like. I promise you. If you're not sure what you want and you're fishing dirty water, go back and watch some of my videos or some of Sam's Wildlife Adventures. Watch his videos and see what we're using. Because we've been fishing dirty water, guys, for like what now? Since January? Grenada bug, creamy. You're not going to beat those in dirty water. Blue mist. All right? So there's black and chartreuse, what everybody wanted. I sell a few of them. And there's plenty of clear watercolors, okay? A lot of nice light colors. You're going to find something to suit you. And there's baits from 1.25 inches to 3 inches. Got to find something you like. Dennis, Fishing Lake Country. See you Wednesday night.